So before we actually talk about ways to earn, we have to talk a little bit more in depth about what Meredith mentioned, that success pathway, okay? Because that is foundational. As she mentioned, we've expanded this success pathway more ranks, right? She talked about the point of that is to kind of smooth things out a bit, not have such big jumps or distances that you have to go from moving from one rank to another. Not only is that going to be important from a recognition standpoint, which you guys will learn about the recognition program later today, but also from a compensation standpoint. It's very important as you work and you strive to increase your rank. There are guaranteed, I don't want to say guaranteed, but close to guaranteed earning increases, or as Meredith mentioned, earning opportunities that are going to be available. You do, you get. You advance in rank, you get X. So this is built into this, and this is part of the reason why this success pathway is foundational. You will see as we get into the ways to earn how that expands based on you moving through the success pathway. So the success pathway, we have expanded the ranks, as we talked about. We are keeping what we're referring to as competencies. So a manager competency, a director competency, an executive, a presidential. And we are expanding it to a star designation. So 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. This helps you understand kind of where that person is within that competency level. So am I a brand new director? I'm a 1-star. I'm just kind of getting into, really that team building activity. Or am I a seasoned team builder as a 3-star director? And I'm really kind of looking to make that jump to executive. So this is meant to also be a training tool for you as you look through your team to really know where someone is within their business. All of these qualifications on screen are based on your enrollment tree organization, those people that you've personally enrolled and what they are doing. We will get into each one of them and explain, but that's understanding point number 1. This is your enrollment tree, those people that you've personally enrolled. Important point number 2. These figures are all based on a rolling 31-day period, just like today where we're looking at a longer period of time. Yes, your rank is calculated weekly, but we're going to look at the end day of that week and go back 30 days so it's comprehensive of all of the sales activity that happens in a full month in that 31-day period. So there's one more important point that I need to make before we actually jump into these qualifications more in depth. And that is understanding the 2 volume concepts that we will have with Compensation 2.0. So we will be introducing a concept known as qualifying volume, QV. This is called qualifying volume because what the purpose of this volume is to calculate your rank qualification. That's why it's called qualifying volume. Okay? Bonus volume is going to be the base in terms of calculating your bonuses. And that's why it's called bonus volume. So why have 2? Trust me, I am a huge fan of simplification and making things as simple as possible. So this was not a, hey, let's just throw something in there to have an added layer of complexity. Qualifying volume. How many people here go after customers? You got some customers in your team, your organization. All right. Qualifying volume is going to ensure that whether you have a customer purchasing or a brand partner purchasing, you are going to receive the same value of qualifying volume. It is not going to be reduced in any mechanism because it's a customer. So what that means is all of that volume, think about it today for you guys that have customers, all that volume right now that's coming in for your customers that's being reduced, you will get 100% of that to meet your qualifications. So the PV that we're talking about, the QDV we're talking about, those will all be based on QV, which is the same value, whether it's a brand partner that makes the purchase or a customer that makes the purchase. Bonus volume will still be that reduced base for a customer purchase. And the reason is because preferred customers receive wholesale pricing. You get paid a retail profit. We can't triple pay on an order. It wouldn't make sense from a plan standpoint, and it's not sustainable. And as Meredith mentioned, one of the biggest things with Comp 2.0 is we want this to be sustainable. So from a bonus volume, the credit that gets given for bonuses, that will continue to be reduced. But qualifying volume, what you get to reach your rank qualifications, will be the same whether it's a brand partner or a customer purchasing. So personal volume. So what is personal volume then? Personal volume is what the qualifying volume of what you personally purchase in the 31-day period and all of your personally enrolled customers purchase. That represents your personal volume. For the ranks of manager and director, that value is 110. Active brand partner will remain as 55. At the executive level, the personal volume requirement becomes 200. And that's what carries forward for executive and presidential ranks. In most countries, there is a maximum amount of that personal volume that can come from a personal purchase. That maximum is 110. So what does that mean? That means that your personal purchase that you've made in the 31-day period, we will count up to 110 qualifying volume from your personal purchase. If you are trying to qualify for an executive or a presidential rank, you will need 90 additional qualifying volume points to be coming from at least one personally enrolled customer. Okay? Qualified downline volume. What is that? So that is the entire amount of qualifying volume from your enrollment tree. What I personally buy, what my personally enrolled customers buy, what my personally enrolled brand partner teams and everything they're doing. All of that summarized. However, it's taking into account a maximum volume rule. So what is a maximum volume rule? The maximum volume rule says that at any given rank, you can have up to 50% of that volume requirement come from one organization. So we will potentially be capping an organization that is higher than that amount. That does not mean you lose that volume. It's not like we're taking that volume away. It's just, this is the maximum amount of volume we're counting from that organization for you to qualify at this rank. If you want more of that organization to count, then you need to be striving to qualify at a higher rank so that more of that volume in that team can be used for your rank qualification. But you will be bonused on that volume regardless. It just is going to be capped potentially for your personal rank qualification. And you can see that that max volume rule is 50%. So in my example as the 3-star director, I have a 20,000 qualified downline volume requirement. That means no more than 10,000 can come from any one single personally enrolled brand partner team. So that's the max I'm going to count. Right. So now we're going to get into the structural requirements of rank qualification. And here's the really amazing thing about Comp 2.0. These structure requirements are volume-based. So even though they are building structure within your organization, they're volume-based, which means you, as the brand partner leader, you have the flexibility to build, train, and develop the way you want to. We're not forcing you to say, hey, at this rank you need to have 3 managers, and at this rank you need to have 3 directors, and at this rank you need to have 3 executives. You can build that volume how you choose. That will make sense as we start to explain this, but that's the amazing thing about having volume-based structure requirements. It allows flexibility. So what are volume legs? A volume leg is essentially a personally enrolled brand partner team. And in the requirements, you need anywhere from 1 to 3 volume legs. So 1 to 3 personally enrolled brand partner teams that their business is performing and producing total downline volume, everything that their team's producing, at the level that's required for the rank. So again, using my 3-star director example, I need at least 2 personally sponsored brand partners who are producing, their entire organization is producing at least 3,000 in qualifying volume for everyone, okay? So that's volume legs. And it's always gonna be the largest teams are considered your volume legs, okay? Next is the concept of outside largest legs volume. So what that's saying is, I have those 2 brand partner teams, let's say these are my volume legs. What is everything else my organization is producing outside of those 2 teams? So in this simplified example, I have 2 brand partner legs, one with 5,000, one with 2,000, and then I have a 3rd brand partner team that's doing 700. But between my purchase and my personally enrolled customers, I'm also doing 500 in PV. So that PV and that 3rd brand partner's QV, their total downline volume, is gonna be summed together, and it's gonna give me 1,200. So I have my 2 legs, and then outside of that, I have 1,200. So I'm gonna ask my amazing enrollment team to come up here, because I think if you guys actually see it with physical human beings and not just squares on a screen, it'll make a little bit more sense. So if I can have my rock star team come out, give them a round of applause. All right. Okay, so these are all of my personally enrolled brand partners here, okay? I got a pretty strong team, right? All right, so let's say that my 2 strongest teams are Geraldo and Garrett, okay? They're my largest teams, okay? These become my 2 volume legs, okay? So now I know these are helping me meet those volume leg qualifications. Then everyone else, go ahead and slide down. Everyone else, everything that they're doing, as well as me, what am I buying and personally selling, all of this is gonna be grouped together, and this is gonna be our outside largest leg volume. Okay? Does that make sense? Give me a cheer, woo! All right. Okay, perfect. Rockstar team, stay here. So final structure requirement. And this is where now, this is the first time that we're gonna talk about your binary organization, okay? So this is still enrollment tree based. I'm still looking at my enrollment tree, who have I personally enrolled? But now I'm gonna look at where are those personally enrolled individuals residing on my binary? Who's on my left and who's on my right? Binary balancing says there is a minimum amount that you need to have from your enrollment tree, those people you've personally enrolled, on each side of your binary, the left and the right, okay? That can come from 1 person, it can come from 100 people. It doesn't matter who it's being derived from, it just needs to have that amount of volume from people you've personally enrolled on both sides. So I'm gonna go through a couple different examples. Let's say my 2 rock stars here, they're both on my right side. So this is my enrollment organization volume on my binary right side, all of the volume that their teams have produced. And then the rest of my Rockstar team is on the left side of my binary. So then this is my enrollment total downline volume on the left side. But let's say that Garrett is actually over here. Now this is the enrollment tree volume that I have on my right side. It's just one. And that could balance to what I need for my rank here on the other side. So again, let's use my example of a 3-star director. If Geraldo's team is producing 3,000 in enrollment tree volume, and he's on my right side, check, I got the 3,000 on my right. And then everybody else, let's say sums to 10,000, then do I have 3,000 on my right or on my left too? Yes. So I have what I need. I have that minimum amount of balancing. It doesn't matter if there's a lot more on one side and not as much on the other. I just need to hit the minimum amount that is required for my rank. Okay? Makes sense? Yes? All right. Okay. So that is, and you guys, thank you, Rockstar team. You've been amazing. Give them a big round of applause. So now you can see the flexibility that you have with these structural requirements, knowing that it's not asking for a given rank. All I'm looking for is volume. I'm looking for how much volume are my two biggest teams, how much volume is outside of those two biggest teams, including what I'm doing PV-wise. And then is that enrollment, how much of that enrollment tree organization volume is on my left binary side and my right binary side? But again, there's no requirement of this many people or it has to be this person and this person. You have that flexibility. So if you want your outside largest leg volume to come from one person, by all means, you can do that. If you want it to come from 10 people, you can do that. If you want it to come from a combination of personally enrolled brand partners and yourself personally selling, that's fine too. So again, you have a lot more flexibility with a volume-based structural requirement than you ever do with a rank-based structural requirement. So that is the success pathway. When you guys see me next, we will actually get into, I'm sure, what you are most excited for, which is the 9 ways to earn. And we'll walk through each one of those. But it's been great having some time with you guys, and I'll see you in a little bit. All right. So we learned about customers and how to earn on customers. Who's ready to start learning about how we earn on team building? Yeah? All right. Okay, so ways 3 and 4 to earn. These are the start of what we refer to as our primary bonuses. So we have the product introduction bonus, and I'm going to touch on briefly because that's essentially the same. And then I'm going to talk about a brand new earning opportunity, the level earnings bonus, which is very important for new and junior brand partners. All right, so the product introduction bonus, as I mentioned, this is essentially staying the same. This is your onboarding bonus that you get when you recruit and enroll new brand partners. So you will earn a set amount, a product introduction bonus, based on the enrollment option that that new person selects. So packs are the same as they exist today. You will notice, and if you perused the official doc that we sent with the announcement, that there is a new pack that's coming, the Advanced Plus pack. I know everybody's super excited about this one. This pack is launching slightly after the compensation plan. So it will not be available day 1 of Comp 2.0, but it will be available shortly thereafter. And the reason I mention that is because if you are savvy or a numbers person, you may have also picked up on the fact that the volume, the QV related to the premium pack, is increasing. That is going to happen at that same time when the Advanced Plus pack is launched. So for now, that will remain as $745. When the Advanced Plus pack launches, that's when this increase to $775 in terms of volume for that premium pack will start. All right, so now into the new earning opportunity. And as I mentioned, this is important for new and more junior ranked brand partners. If you remember when Meredith was speaking, and Steve also mentioned it, one of the purposes or intentions of Compensation 2.0 is making sure that new people and more junior ranks have some money right away, get it in their pocket. And also, one of the foundational items of Compensation 2.0 is rewarding the effort. You do, you get, okay? So we want to guarantee for as low as an active brand partner, I'm just keeping my business active. If you recruit someone and they buy or they sell to customers, you are guaranteed, as long as you're active, you are going to earn on that sale. Okay? So again, you do, you get. You bring someone on and they buy something or they sell something, you are guaranteed, as long as you're active, you will earn on that sale. As I mentioned when I was talking about the success pathway, as you advance or you climb in that success pathway, your earning opportunity with this bonus increases. You can see that on the chart on screen, right? As I move up from an active brand partner to a one-star manager, I move from earning 3% to 5%. So here's my why, or as Meredith said, what's in it for me? Why do I want to reach that first rank? There's some other benefits for new people that we'll talk on a little bit later today, but there's a benefit right here on screen. You move from that guaranteed earnings of 3% to 5%. Why do I want to get to a two-star manager? Because not only does that earnings on the people that you enroll and what they sell move from 5 to 7, but now you're also able to earn on the people that they've personally recruited and what they're buying and selling. And that continues to go up as you advance through to the director ranks, where now you capitalize on 3 levels of earnings. And one thing I just want to touch on is 3-star director is where this maximizes, but that is not the highest rank that's eligible to earn this. It's all ranks above 3-star director too. So even as a 3-star presidential, you are earning level earning bonus, okay? This, I am anticipating, will get a standing ovation. So what is a level? So a level, like we talked about, is my level 1 is who I personally enrolled. My level 2 is who they personally enrolled. My level 3 is who they personally enrolled. However, let's say that level 1 person that I personally enrolled bought a pack and then never did anything. Has that ever happened? But they did a really good job of recruiting, and they brought on a couple people who are super engaged and selling every month. Any month that level 1 or level 2 or level 3 person has 0 PV, in the rolling 31 days, they haven't bought anything, they haven't sold anything to customers, they will not be viewed as a level. So this is what we refer in the industry as compression or dynamic compression. So every week, it is going to look at your organization, and it's going to look at those levels, and it's going to say, okay, who's all on level 1, but who doesn't have any personal purchases or sales in the last 31 days? Okay, skip them, ignore them. Go down to the next. Are they doing anything? Oh, they're not? Okay, skip them. So your level 1 bonus could technically be paid on a level 5 individual. And then it will do the same look down to find level 2 and level 3. So now you're not having to worry about people potentially that they're not engaged right now. That's okay. Go and find the people that are, like Steve mentioned. Find the people that are engaged. Work with the people that are engaged. That's who you want to focus on. And this benefit of this bonus will be there. So it's twofold. It gives that new person the opportunity to earn right away, guaranteed, week to week, as long as people on their team are buying or selling. And it gives that added benefit of removing the individuals that have disengaged and aren't participating anymore, okay? So I'll be back and we'll talk about the next 2 ways to earn, okay?
Never find another like me.
All right, so we are continuing on with our ways to earn with team building. So we are going to explore the binary bonus and my personal favorite and a very exciting leadership development opportunity, the mentor matching bonus. So from a binary bonus standpoint, and Steve touched on this a little, we are moving this to starting at the 3-star manager rank. So the qualifications to earn binary bonus, you'll have to at least be a paid rank of 3-star manager or higher. And you have to have a minimum of 300 BV in that weaker side of your binary, your pay side. Okay? So just 2 requirements. And again, just like the other bonuses, as you advance in rank, the percentage that you earn on that binary pay side, the weaker side, increases with your rank. So it starts at 5% and then maximizes at 10% at the 3-star director level and higher. The weekly maximum that you are eligible to earn in any given week on binary bonus also increases with your paid rank. So again, these are reasons why. Why do I want to advance in rank? Because you want to maximize your earning opportunity. This is another one of those bonuses. We have moved to a percentage-based concept. This simplifies things. You apply that percentage to the amount of volume in that pay leg, in that pay side, and that's your earnings amount up to your maximum earnings. Once this bonus is paid, that volume is removed from the binary pay side, and the same amount of volume is removed from the stronger side. And that stronger side carries forward. So conceptually, from a binary standpoint, this, from a volume and how it carries forward, is the same. So now on to the very exciting mentor matching bonus, okay? This is an extremely lucrative earning opportunity for leadership development. Because what this does is it matches you on individuals within your organization that are a paid rank of 1-star director and higher. That is what we mean when we say a generation. So there's you, that's a 1-star executive, let's just say. So where do I find my generations? You will go into each individual personally enrolled brand partner team. And you are going to walk down that team, or not you, the commission engine, the very robust commission engine is going to do this calculation, is going to walk down that team and find individuals that have a minimum rank of 1-star director. Once you reach someone, that is that generational match. So for example, in my super simplified example with just 3 single lines of a business, in my first line, that person that I personally enrolled is a 1-star director. So that is my generation 1 individual that I will get matched on in that team. And then below them is another 3-star director. So that's above a 1-star director. That then becomes my generation 2 match in that organization. Below them is someone that's below 1-star director. So I'm going to ignore that level 3 person. And on level 4, I have a 1-star director. So that becomes my generation 3 match in that leg. In my second leg, I actually don't have my first 1-star director until 5 levels down. So that becomes my generation 1 match in that team. So it's kind of like that level earning compression, but like on steroids. And here's the other thing. Does my brand partner 1 just sponsor 1 person? No, they have 3, 4, 5. So this calculation is not only going down each of your individual lines, it's going down every single branch and subline that person sponsored. So this calculation is extremely robust, okay? So the reason that I wanted to make sure that you understood this concept is because now when you look at this chart, this is a lot more exciting, right? Because as a one-star director, I am going to receive that Generation 1 match on every single individual that is a one-star director or higher, as long as they're the first person within each individual line. That becomes my Gen 1, so that's who I matched on. And just like all the other bonuses, here's the why do I want to keep advancing in rank? Why do I want to move from one-star director to 2 to 3 to executive? Because not only do your percentage earnings increase, your generational depth opportunity increases. So now that you understand what a generation is, imagine how far down in your organization you are going to reach as a presidential, being able to go down 6 generations in depth of individuals that are ranked as a one-star director or higher. Maybe it's 10 levels, maybe it's 50, maybe it's 100. This is an extremely huge opportunity to taproot. And I'm going to welcome Meredith up on stage because this is a topic she is extremely passionate about and is very excited to speak on.
Oh my gosh, that is an understatement. Is baby jumping over the taproot concept? Oh my gosh, so thank you, Emily, for letting me come out. Anybody that knows me, and if you look at the intention, if you look at the strategy, what we wanted to accomplish with these enhancements, where's Steve? With the enhancements, what we wanted to accomplish, first of all, obviously, we wanted to make sure that we were still paying out that 60%, but that we were reallocating it so that we could make sure that we weren't hitting that cap, because it is painful for us to do it. We don't want to do it. That was part of that calibration. That was a big piece of it. Because when you earn it and you have it, we want it in your pocket so that you're not turning your pockets inside out like Steve was doing and looking like the little banker on Monopoly. Right? Okay, we don't want to do that. Okay, so that was really a big one. And so we wanted to look at that, and we wanted to make sure on that retention piece that we were keeping people by putting money in their pockets more quickly. Okay, and that's why we're going to have over 60% more check earners when this plan goes live. Over 60% more check earners. Over 60% more people getting a check. And the numbers don't lie. We have looked at week after week after week. But the third piece in there, when you said we want to reward the behaviors, and you looked at those 5 areas, one of them was building this sustainable organization. And to build a sustainable organization means that you need in direct selling to build deep and wide. And deep, and you need to have that balance, even in a binary. Even in a binary. So when we looked at this and we looked at the check match, it was like this we knew was an area where we could really move the needle for all of you that are looking to your Lifeway business to be that multi-generational opportunity, to be that legacy. And that's why this was such an exciting area for us, because you want to be getting paid check matches on the people that actually have a check that you want to match.
But we're back here talking about money again and ways to earn. So now let's talk about our additional earning opportunities. So way number 7, the business launch bonus. This is a bonus that is focused on new brand partners and making sure that they are successful and get engaged as quickly as possible in their new brand partner business. Why? If someone engages in their business and starts seeing success in their first 30 or 60 days, do you think they'll stick around? Yes. If they don't engage and they don't do anything with their business in the first 30 or 60 days, what's the likelihood they're going to stick around? Dramatically less. So what we want to offer is an added motivation. We already talked about the PIB. They'll get that when they recruit. We already talked about that level earning bonus. They get that on their new brand partners and anything they buy or sell. Now we have the business launch bonus. And this is to give them that little piece of extra of, why do I want to immediately engage and do this business? Because if you don't, you're going to leave money on the table, okay? So as a new brand partner, and Steve mentioned this, in their first 9 weeks, they have an opportunity every one of those 9 weeks, the week they join and the 8 next full consecutive weeks, to earn a business launch bonus, okay? You'll see a lot of companies have these. They're called fast start, quick start, those kinds of verbiage. But what a lot of companies do, and they mess this up, is they make it way too complicated. And what does a complicated mind do? Nothing. It says, I don't know what to do. I'm not going to do anything. This is so stinking simple, and it gets them focused on that success pathway right away. This, even though the mentor matching bonus, obviously I love, and I'm super excited from a leadership development standpoint, but this, for me, this is a game changer to get that new brand partner engaged and increase that retention. Because what do they have to do? If I'm paid as a 1-star manager, that first rank, and Steve already talked about how easy that is, they're going to get $25. Each of those 9 weeks, they stay ranked as a 1-star manager. Yeah. If they get to 2-star manager or a higher rank, but if they at least get to a 2-star manager, any week that their paid rank is 2-star manager in those first 9 weeks, they're going to get $50. So that means they can earn $450 in their first 9 weeks of their LifeWave business. Is that person going to stay? Yes. They'd be crazy not to, right? But that's not even the best part. Here's the best part. There's a matching bonus of 50% that the enrolling brand partner can earn. Yeah. So for every brand partner that you enroll, if they're a 1-star manager and you're at least a 1-star manager or higher, you're going to earn a 50% matching bonus. So they earn $25, you earn $12.50. If they're a 2-star manager and they earn $50, and you're at least a 2-star manager or higher, you're going to earn $25. So this means, as an enrolling brand partner, you have the opportunity to earn up to $225 in matching business launch bonus on every single new brand partner you bring into the business. So again, think of the power that this bonus has for a new person. Not only in their first 9 weeks do they have the opportunity to earn their own $450 maximum, but every person that they sponsor, they can be earning up to $225 on those individuals as well. This is a huge opportunity to get people engaged in business building activity right away. Okay, are you excited? This one is a game changer from that retention standpoint. So definitely get excited about this one. This is a big one, okay? A little cleanup.
I couldn't stay off the confetti-covered stage because up next is, of course, the 8th way to earn. And we've established that 8 is better than 3, right? 9's even better than 8. We'll get to 9. But first, let's talk about way to earn number 8, which you heard already from me while we were talking about recognition, which is the breakthrough incentives. So excited about the breakthrough incentives. As you break through to those new competency levels, there will be cash rewards involved. And we talked about how different people value different things, but I feel like most people value cash. So let's talk about what that looks like. At the 1-star director level, $500. 1-star executive, $5,000. 1-star presidential, $50,000. 2-star presidential, $75,000. And 3-star presidential, $100,000. Pretty incredible opportunity, right? obviously a lot of work goes into earning these incentives, and the important thing about the mechanics of it, which is what we want to talk about for just a couple of minutes right now, is that the incentives are actually broken into two parts. So obviously really, really important to catch somebody right when they do something amazing, like break through to a new competency level. So half of that award will come right as it's achieved. So hit the rank, half of that comes with the next commission payout. The other half will be awarded after 4 weeks of maintenance. And the reason that we want to see those 4 weeks of maintenance is that we want people doing this in a sustainable, smart way, and growing, an organization that once you achieve that rank, you can continue to be paid at that rank, right? Now, we do obviously understand that life gets in the way sometimes, things happen, and so we wanted to make this maintenance requirement generous. So you have up to 52 weeks to achieve those additional 4 weeks of maintenance. Lots of flexibility there, just in case life gets in the way.
And the other good thing is, and this is where I see a lot of companies kind of mess these bonuses up, because the maintenance requirements are so strict. So to Janine's point of we are allowing up to 52 weeks to reach those 4 maintenance weeks, they also don't need to be consecutive. So again, if maybe you ranked up and you weren't anticipating it because of a big promotion or Black Friday sale or whatever, you don't have to worry about, I have to hit it the next week or the week after that or the week after that. You want to build in a sustainable way that you can maintain it, but that maintenance is not required to be consecutive weeks right together. They just have to be achieved within that 52 weeks.
Oh, we're getting some applause for that one, Emily. Yeah. Yes. You build this business in a flexible way, so we need to be flexible too.
So here's the other advantage of that, or how I want y'all to think about this opportunity. As Janine mentioned, sometimes life gets in the way. This is coming from the 30-plus week pregnant lady that, is getting ready to have a baby soon. Life happens. Good things, bad things. Someone has to have their business maybe take a little bit of a secondary priority. What better way to re-engage this rock star that I have than saying, hey, Janine, I know you were at that one-star presidential, you got that $25,000, and then X happened. So I totally understand the time that you had to take away from the business. But do you realize you already have 2 requalification weeks? And we still have 20 weeks to get you 2 more requalification weeks. Let's get you back on track. Let's get a game plan together. Let's goal set together and put an action plan together so that we can make sure that you don't lose out on that other $25,000. How nice is that? Again, the you do, you get. I get re-engaged in my business. I put a plan together. I put that plan in action. I have $25,000 waiting for me. Do you think that's going to make somebody motivated to do the work?
Yes, I do.
Yes. So this is very exciting. And again, this is another way that LifeWave is being extremely, extremely generous, compassionate, thinking about you guys first. We get it. This is your business. This is your passion. But life happens. But let's keep the rewards there for you. And you do the work, you get the reward. Yeah?
The other important thing to note is that if, big life gets in the way and someone does not achieve the second half of a breakthrough incentive, that does not preclude them from being able to run for the next breakthrough incentive. So maybe they missed the second half of their director breakthrough incentive. They can still go on to earn all of the one-star executive, the one-star presidential, and so on and so on. So lots of flexibility built in and lots of fun rewards built in. All
Very
right.
exciting. All right.
Here we go.
Back for 9.
Okay. We also have some additional things that are coming into your back office. It's going to help you be able to track your results based off of the new plan. So one of them is our paid rank tracker. This is a tracker that you're going to be able to use to know where you're at within the new compensation plan. So as you can see on here, it looks very similar to what's currently there, but of course will be based on the new compensation plan. So whether you're a 3-star manager or a 2-star manager, it's going to tell you where you're at. And at the first rank that you see at the top there on the left side is going to tell you where you're at. And then on the right side, it's going to tell you what you're working towards. And if you have any questions about how close you are, where you're off in any of those areas, you click on that that one thing, and it's going to pop up the information that you need to see how close you are in being able to reach that next rank and what you're missing. So it just gives you some additional tools to make it really simple, not only for yourself, but for your downline as well.
That's right. I mean, this is great because, Gary, this is going to be like having your own business development advisor living inside your computer. So,
How good is that?
absolutely. This is a great report. I mean, it's very relevant. This is the Team Paid Rank Tracker report. And there is a lot of information in it, and it's going to be very useful for you. It's meant to visualize, so you can visualize your whole team over there in terms of how they are performing in terms of rank payment and how they are performing in paid rank. And not only in the current week, but you're also going to be able to track and to see how close they are to achieve the next paid rank. So there's a lot of information in it, and this becomes a very strategical report, so you can design tailor-made action plans for that specific brand partner within your team. And that action plan is going to be based on the information we are going to be able to visualize here in this report.
And I love the fact that now you have, in a very quick way, you can look at anyone in your organization, run this report, and see exactly how close they are to that rank. Now, one of the challenges I think we've had for a while is, wouldn't it be nice to know when someone in your team actually rank advances?
Yeah.
So there's a report for that now. You'll be able to go back through and actually track the rank advancements of the team that you have, and you can actually find out the exact week that they rank advanced and be able to use this as one of those really amazing recognition tools that we've been talking about. This is one I think I have been asked for since I joined LifeWave, and we finally have it. And so we're very excited to be able to have access to this new report.
That's great. And that will help us in order to celebrate the achievements of our teams. This is the Breakthrough Incentive Report. And I love this report because it's going to allow you to track your progress in order to get your breakthrough incentive. As you heard in the morning by Emily, there's going to be this breakthrough incentive, and this is the report, this is the dashboard that will allow you to track the progress once you achieve the rank, and then the next 4 weeks requalification window. You're going to be able to track your progress, and then it's going to be even a deadline, so you cannot miss that bonus, right?
Yeah, so just another great way to be able to see how you're doing. Now let's talk about the business launch bonus. This is actually going to be something you'll be able to track from your front page of your back office to be able to see how you're trending, especially for a new person. Now this is actually set up to be, it's a 9-week, they have 9 weeks to be able to qualify for each of these bonuses, but it will actually stay active for the first 16 weeks, just in case they want to go back to it and take a look at it. Once that goes away, you'll be able to track additional things in your back office that everyone else will have access to, but the new person will be seeing this one for the first 16 weeks so that we can make sure that they're tracking themselves and seeing how well they're working towards this bonus, whether it's at $25 per week or $50 per week.
This is the Mentor Matching Generation View Report. And this is great. This report will provide a lot of information. You're going to be able to see there the whole structure and how every brand partner within your team is contributing in your matching generation bonus. So this is going to become like a very strategical report. And to me, it's not just a report. It's like a leadership radar, let's say.
Yeah, and I love that because this has become that really important thing for taprooting and everything else, these reports are going to really help us to take your business to that next level in ways that you may not have been able to before. And so now you can actually see where these people are coming from and who you can help work towards getting to that next rank, because that way you'll be able to earn that bonus on those people. And I think that that's always going to be something that everyone's going to want to know, is how do I earn more money by helping other people succeed, which I think is the beautiful part of our whole industry.
Certainly. That's right.
Now, we love the fact that we have these. These are only a few of the reports. There are many more that are coming, but these are the key ones we wanted to make sure we had a chance to show you so you know what is coming as we launch. Next week, many of those tools that we showed earlier will be available in your back office with regards to the videos and some of the documents. But these reports will become live as soon as the compensation plan, new compensation plan launches.
Well, this is fun. This is fun. Okay. All right. Well, I know we are coming down the home stretch. So just a few final words I wanted to share from my side before we have some amazing last couple speakers coming up. Transition. I know it's on a lot of your minds. You know, what is going to be happening over these next couple of months as we get ready to roll out the plan? And then once the plan goes live, after the next couple months, what does that look like? And we were very strategic about the transition plan because there's a variety of different ways that you can do it. You know, there is the old plan, new plan. There's the Delta old plan, new plan. There's the before and after. And we elected to move forward with a relaxed qualification transition plan instead, because one of the pitfalls of doing, you know, the comparison piece is that your teams and yourself are constantly looking over your shoulder and looking back and doing that comparison of before and after. And it keeps people looking in rearview mirrors or stuck. And so as we really took an approach to say, what will be best for our community? What will be best for our people? We decided, with the advice of our leaders and the advice of our designers, that we would move again to a relaxed qualification time period based on how large the organizations were, because we know that depending on size, it is going to require more time. If you've been at Lifeway for a while, you've been building maybe for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, maybe 20 years, and you're probably going to need a little more time. So this is how we opted to do it so that you could get prepared to maximize your potential. But remember, we strategically planned this event to give you even additional time to be setting yourselves up for success. And when Garrett comes up in a little bit, he's going to be talking about how recognition is going to work at convention, at conference in October. But so for us, we have basically a 3-tiered approach to the transition. Now, this is one thing that you're going to want to keep in mind, all right? And not all of you are going to need the bridge. So for you, it'll be a moot point. You can just kind of focus on that next rank advancement bonus, that next, what we are calling the breakthrough bonus. You can just keep your mind focused there. Don't even have to worry about this. But if the transition is something that you do need to be watchful and mindful of, be thinking about this only applies to paid rank and weekly paid rank bonuses. Why? This is your paycheck, okay? And we want to help you. We're partners with you in this. We want to help you move along towards the promised land, for lack of a better word. So what that means, though, to you is that if you're thinking about those breakthrough bonuses, okay, remember, those are full qualifications. Recognition, full qualifications. Career titles, breakthrough incentives, full rank qualifications. Okay, so I think we've all got that. This is really liking me, this one string. It's like following me all over the place. I don't want to biff on my final time on stage. That'd be embarrassing. So there is going to be next week a number of materials coming out. You're going to be getting a lot of resources that are going to appear in your back office, and you'll be getting a full mailing that's going to talk about them. One of those is a very robust transition document. So don't worry if this doesn't all sink in today. That's just fine, because you are going to get something very comprehensive in a very short period of time. So as you notice, you're going to see on there that there are items in green. There are percentages and numbers in green. Those are the ones that are being relaxed for a period of time, again, depending on your rank. And so all ranks are going to only require 110. Rather than going up to that 200 level, which you probably remember as you were looking earlier, gives people time that don't have any customers to pick up a customer or two. Okay, again, we want to give you time. We want to help. We are partners in this, all right? And so it will require, obviously, that 65% max volume rule, and that was chosen because this is a new way to think about your business. And so we were very selective in what we relaxed the qualifications for, based on all of our analysis and all of our analytics and everything that we were looking at on where we knew, especially people that had been in the business for a while or built a certain way, would need a leg up, would just need some assistance in that. And then also requiring only 50% of the outside largest leg volume. As people get their head around it, they realize it's not a third leg I have to have. It's a combination of a lot of volume from what could be 20 different personally sponsored people. So as you got familiar and familiarize yourself with it, again, we wanted to relax those qualifications. So all ranks in 1 and 12 through 1 and 12 have these relaxed qualifications. When you start moving up to the next 3 months, roughly, think about it as kind of like a 9-month transition. When you think about the next group, okay, you can see right on there, manager and director ranks, they're at full qualifications by week 12. So in those first 3 months, plus, of course, the time that you have over the next couple of months to be getting ready, so you've got some time. Please don't wait until the last minute. We know it's always tempting to procrastinate, and summer is here. We understand. But that really is a smaller organization. It is easier to transform, to have a metamorphosis, using the butterfly analogy there. And so this will allow them to go ahead and say, okay, I've got that. I am a manager. I'm a director. Many of you in this room, directors and above. And then you have the executive ranks. Okay, so what you'll see is that those percentages have shifted. Okay, now all of a sudden it's allowing 55% of the maximum volume rule from one leg and 75% of the OLL. Again, with it's just a gentle transition to help you move piece by piece on that weekly pay so that you can continue on your journey, on your evolution to the 2.0. Then when you get to the third tier, so then now we're in that last 3-month time. So we had our first 3-month transition, then we had the next set of 3 months. Now we're in that third and final transition time period, the tier 3, where the executive ranks will now be required by week 24 to have full qualifications to be paid as on that weekly basis that we talked about. For the presidential ranks, again, these are larger organizations. And so for the enhancements, it's going to take a little more time for them. And so that 85% of the OLL is up there, the largest line. It is the same amount reduced requirement percentage for binary bouncing as well. Because those are the two areas that we saw in our analysis that required the most grace period. Okay, that required the most grace period. So that's how the transition plan works. So again, if it looks still a little fuzzy, don't worry about it. You will have something next week to take a look at that's a lot more comprehensive.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm so glad I'm on the bus.
I'm so glad you're in the right seat on the bus.
on the
I'm so
bus.
glad you're on the right seat on the bus. So this segment has been in development in tandem with 2.0, with the enhancements that are coming. It was very, very clear that we needed to develop something very, very special because we didn't have a formal recognition program to go along with the enhancements. And recognition feels good, right? I mean,
Recognition feels so good. I mean, what you just said, I'm kind of blushing, but I'm a words of affirmation gal, so that was really meaningful for me. Thank
very
you.
good. Well, welcome to the team. Are we glad to have her? In addition to Janine being over North America, she also is over global recognition and global events. So she has got a very full plate, but again, she brings decades of transformational experience. And she is, again, one of the many members that's coming on that's going to elevate the experience. And we are all about experience here at LifeWave. So Janine, thank you.
Thank you.
And have fun with this
All
segment.
right, we're gonna have some fun now. Okay, so who here likes to be recognized? That was a bit of a mid response, as my teenagers would say, but we're gonna get a big one by the end of this, okay? So this is actually one of my favorite parts of the business, recognition. And why is that? Because I think deep down, if we're being honest with ourselves, we all crave it, right? We like feeling valued. We like feeling appreciated. We like feeling seen. And a lot of us don't have that in other parts of our lives, right? Meredith just mentioned that I started my direct selling career in the field. And I will tell you, when I signed up for that business, I didn't think I was looking for recognition. That wasn't what I was going for. I actually thought I was just going to dabble in it and not even, really do that much. I thought it was going to be a little get me out of the house hobby type thing. And the truth is I did need it. I was home with 3 kids under the age of 5, so needless to say, no one thanked me for the, on-time delivery and creativity of lunch. And there was no leaderboard for laundry. And I was working when I went back to work full time, my corporate role, there really wasn't much of that, right? Maybe at 10 years you'd get something, a handshake. But as I started building my business, I started getting texts and emails from my upline leaders saying, "You go, girl, you're crushing it." And I was like, "Well, that feels good. Someone noticed me," right? And then I started seeing my name on leaderboards, and that felt really good. And then I started earning trips and getting to walk stages and being asked to speak, and that felt really good. It felt so good. And I don't say that to brag on what I was able to do with my business. I say that because I realized that I was missing something that I actually wasn't even really aware that I was missing, right? So as leaders how important recognition is. And what I want to say is, first of all, we're in a room here in person with directors. You are, and above, you are obviously leaders. We have thousands of people watching this virtually. Some may not consider themselves a leader yet. But if you've brought one person into this business, you're a leader. And right? And what we have created from a corporate recognition standpoint isn't to compete with what you're doing. It isn't to replace what you're doing. It's to enhance what you're doing. Those meaningful recognition moments that you have already created for your team will obviously still have a place alongside this. So before I get to the actual program, I do have some special recognition to do today, right here, right now. Most of you know that we have a field advisory board made up of several of our top leaders. We meet with them on a regular basis. They give us feedback. They are the pulse of what's going on the teams. They give us ideas and suggestions. We run things past them. We actually ask for a fair bit of their time, and we appreciate their contributions. Now, we also move people on and off of that field advisory board, and our time has come to say goodbye to some of, not goodbye, but just, off the board, not in general, to people who've been serving in this capacity for 2 years now. So I want to acknowledge Rick DeLuca, Dr. Nicholas Tavoli, and Renata Lundberg. I think Rick and Dr. Nicholas are both here. Maybe you can stand up so we can give you a big thank you and cheer. There you are. And Renata wasn't able to join us today in person, but I know she's watching on virtual, so thank you for your contributions. Now, we will be welcoming new people to replace those that are rolling off, have served their 2-year term, and I'm excited to announce that Steve and Gina Merritt and Andy and Mandy Hosier will be joining our field advisory board, along with our current members, Dr. Stacy Holweger, Marcy Preble, and Connie Lucas. So we look forward, very exciting. We look forward to a productive, ongoing working relationship with this group. They represent you so well in these conversations, and we really, really do appreciate their contributions. Okay, so who is ready to hear about this new recognition program? Yes? I feel like Dr. Stacy set this up so well this morning. She had the opportunity to preview it, so she knows what's coming. This is about you, right? It is called Celebrating You, because we would be nowhere without you. Let's be honest. This business is built on your contributions, on your team's contributions. Everything we do is in service to you. I hope you saw the giant Celebrating You installation out in the hallway. I hope you took some fun photos with it for social media. If you didn't, hot tip, makes a great social media post. And everything that we've built that we're going to go through is really about you celebrating those milestones, celebrating your passion for this business, your willingness to lean in, to dig deep, to work hard, to accomplish things, and most importantly, the legacy that you are building. So, we're really excited that at every single rank, there will be recognition. You heard Steve this morning talk about just how fast someone can jet through those first ranks in the new plan, right? So we'll be recognizing all 1-star, 2-star, 3-star managers and directors and executives and presidentials. So let's take you through what that's going to look like. Manager is really a pathway to leadership, right? From the moment someone achieves manager, they start stepping into that leadership role, and it's so important that we catch people early with recognition, help them feel valued and seen and celebrated. So, first up, you're getting your first glimpse at our new pins. Gorgeous, right? So these are inspired by Damascus steel, something that David is very passionate about because of its uniqueness and its strength. And doesn't that describe all of you? Unique and strong. David was very involved in the design of these new pins. They're custom designed, and you'll see as we move through the ranks that they change a little bit. They obviously have the name of the rank on them, and then the stars are the focus for the stars is the gemstones that you see 1, 2, or 3. So at 1 and 2-star manager, your teams will earn, or you will earn, those of you on virtual who may not even be there yet, will be earning a custom pin and a certificate. You see the packaging here. It is unboxing worthy. It is worthy of a social media post. We will be doing social media recognition as well on the Business Builders page, and there will be conference recognition too. And get this, our goal, hopefully the team is going to be okay with me saying this, our goal is to have these on doorsteps within 30 days of someone achieving their new rank. So, because the other thing that's important about recognition is timeliness, right? For some people, following Steve's plan, I mean, they might have advanced 2 more ranks by the time they get their first one, but that's okay. They'll keep coming, right? Now, at 3-star manager, they will continue, of course, to get their pin and coming in that beautiful packaging. And then they will also get a recognition celebration brochure that really outlines the whole plan for them so that it inspires them to keep going and to keep building. All right. At the director level, this is really about starting to lead with purpose, right? These are people that are like driving down the road to their next, motoring down the road to their next rank advancement and really stepping into leadership. So here's what the pins look like at the director level. Steve, that looks suspiciously like a topaz. We did that just for you. Now you know. Yeah, we left it in there somewhere, just as a reminder for you. So our 1-star directors will get that custom pin and certificate, of course. They'll continue to get social media recognition. They will get on-stage conference recognition. And hopefully you've read this in the plan, and it was referred to a couple times this morning, and we'll be back to talk more about the mechanics of how it works. The breakthrough bonus of $500 at 1-star director. Sound good for 1-star directors? All right, well, let's keep going, because at 2-star director, we're going to help them arrive in style at conference, along with their pin and all the things that you saw on the last slide. They're going to get custom branded away merchandise, either a tote bag or a backpack in beautiful ocean blue that is so on brand for LifeWave. And we're super excited to gift these to all of our 2-star directors. At 3-star director, we're going to continue that travel theme, and our 3-star directors, along with all those other goodies, are going to get an away carry-on suitcase, also in ocean blue, also branded. You don't see it branded in the photo quite yet. As soon as we get some of them, we'll of course do some great photography so that that brochure really shows off the LifeWave brand on it as well. Okay, next up, our executives. This is really people who are starting to inspire wellness worldwide, right? This is a major leap into higher leadership, and people that are, many of you, who are creating that ripple effect of wellness and really, really starting to change a lot of lives. So here's the pins for the executives with gorgeous green gemstones in them. They're an elevated pin, and we know that people will wear those very proudly. Of course, at 1-star executive, they'll continue to get that in that gorgeous packaging. continue to get social media recognition, continue to get onstage conference recognition. They will also have access to a VIP conference lounge and conference seating. And this is where conference awards start coming into play, and we have custom designed these beautiful awards. David also very involved in the design of the awards. The photo on the slide does not do it justice. They are stunning. They've got gemstones in them, again recognizing the 1, 2, and 3 star, and you can build out a beautiful set that will, maybe sit behind you on your shelving for when you're on your Zoom calls. And the breakthrough bonus here, let's not forget the breakthrough bonus here of $5,000. But we will not stop rewarding our executives, because at 2-star executive, we're going to add a holiday gift. We're going to give all of those things that I just talked about, and we're going to bring our 2-star executives on a headquarters retreat. They will visit the home office in Draper, get to see our amazing welcome center. We will stay at a mountain resort up in Park City, Utah. 4 days, 3 nights, including a guest. Who wants to be on this trip? Okay, you're saying that, but you haven't even seen what this trip looks like yet. We just brought our SPDs in a couple of weeks ago to experience basically what this trip will be like, so I want you to take a look.
LifeWave is on the rise. Leveling up. And reaching for more. Sometimes it takes courage. But there's greatness around every corner. Gathering momentum. Gaining speed. Positioned for unprecedented success. Our Olympic-sized ambition. Fueled by the hearts and souls of our brand partners the world over. And after all we've achieved together, we're only getting started. What began as one voice has grown to a reverberating chorus of people sharing their light and making a difference. And the best is yet to come.
Well done. Salute. Live well, live long, and live young, my dear, dear friends and family. Salute.
Be the light. LifeWave.
Does that look like a trip worth running for? Yes, yes it is. We cannot wait to host our 2-star executives on that trip. Okay, let's move into 3-star executives, because the rewards just keep coming. So along with the award, along with all of the things that we talked about, this time we're gonna come to you. So our corporate team, our regional presidents and vice presidents and your regional managers are going to do a hometown visit. We will pick you up in a limo. We will take you to dinner. We will have you invite 3 of your VIPs and their guests along with you, and we will film some fabulous social media content for you. Sound fun? All right, hometown visits for our 3-star executives. Okay, next, let's get into our presidential leaders. These leaders are obviously creating global legacies. This is the pinnacle at LifeWave, and we cannot wait to spoil them rotten. So let's take a look at our presidential pins. Gorgeous blue, of course, stones at the presidential level. Elevated pins as well. I know our presidential leaders will be very excited to wear these at all of our events. And then let's get into the details. At 1-star presidential, we will have that pin with those elevated precious stones continue, of course, to come in that gorgeous packaging. Social media recognition continues, a presidential holiday gift, and all of those on conference rewards, on-stage recognition, and VIP lounge, VIP seating. But wait, there's more. Because we're also going to add luxury gifts at the 1-star presidential level. This will be Tiffany. I would like to stand here and claim that they actually designed this ring for us. They didn't, but it's so perfect. It's waves and it has a blue stone. I mean, we could say they designed it for us. So we know that our presidential leaders will be excited to wear that ring with pride. Our gents in the room may choose to get a beautiful pen and money clip instead of the ring. This will be a concierge type service, so you will be able to make that choice. Oh, and there's a $50,000 bonus at 1-star presidential. Sound good? All right, let's talk 2-star presidential because the gifts keep coming and the conference rewards pile on, of course, and the luxury gifts move up to the Cartier level where you'll be able to choose between the beautiful love necklace you see on the screen or this custom embossed leather bag. Excited? Yes, I love it. Okay, last but not least, of course, our 3-star presidentials who will get not one, but two, a pair of beautiful oyster blue pearl Rolex watches, along with their other perks and rewards, of course, and a cool $100,000 bonus. Something worth running for? I think yes. All right, so you've heard a lot. Are you dreaming big? Okay, you're dreaming big. Are you setting goals? Are you planning activity in behind those goals? Did you all see something in those slides that you are going to run for? Yes? Whether it's the first pin, whether it's a trip, whether it's the luggage, whether it's one of those gorgeous luxury rewards, or maybe a trip to headquarters. Everybody's got something in their mind. You're gonna pin it on your dream boards. Yes? Okay, everyone on your feet. I'm gonna count to 3 and I want you to shout it out. Like declare, this is what I'm running for. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Amazing, let's go, let's do this. We cannot wait to celebrate you.
But can you help me and give a big, big, energetic welcome to Steve and Gina Merritt.
Let's do this.
Here you go.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Okay, guys, hey, give me an L. Give me an I. Give me an F. Okay, wait, I'm in the wrong room. The cheerleading room is on the other side. Guys, are we fired up or what? I'm telling you what. Okay, wait. Camera number 5. Camera number 5. You guys, I'm back there. I'm seeing Meredith from behind on camera number 5. I'm like, okay, production company, we're going to cut down camera number 5 here because that is the backside. Girls don't like their backside show, do we? Come on. So, you guys, we are so blessed. And I mean, come on, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, does anybody, hey, production, do you guys have a buzzer? The golden buzzer? You know, like on America's Got Talent. We just won the golden buzzer!
Guys, we are so excited to break out. Are you ready to break out of here?
Yeah.
Are you ready to make and set this company on fire? David Schmidt's goal when we came into the company was to help put an X39 patch in 1 billion households around the world. Are you ready? Virtual team, are you ready to patch everywhere in your country, wherever you're logging into? Let's go. This is your moment to shine and make this happen and take this energy and what we've seen. I mean, was today amazing?
Amazing.
I mean, I love getting together and they announce all these enhancements, but we're together as a team. and we're unified and we're saying to each other, okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm setting this goal. We're gonna do this. We're gonna help this person. We're gonna drive down, like Meredith said, and we're gonna drive down the depth and taproot it down to whoever's the lowest person in this. Whoever's the first person in, the last person in LifeWave, that's the taproot right here. That's where we're going to help you win and succeed. Is that exciting? And we get to together setting our goals and staying focused on how we're going to make this happen versus if we all just heard this on a online presentation and we weren't here together. I'm telling you, being here in the fire is a whole different experience, but the energy and the excitement that we brought is going to help everybody around the world.
That's right. Guys, hey, I don't know if you've ever worked for a corporation, a huge corporation, which I did for 25 years, and I loved my job. Man, I loved everything about it. I loved the people. I loved the traveling. I loved being a flight attendant. I loved serving. I loved helping people. Let me tell you what, you walk in one day and you're making $65 an hour and boom, they cut it in half.
Wow.
Come on. We got to wake up. Have you ever in your life, in this business, had somebody come up to you and they are so emotional with their story that they said that their friend, their mother, told them that they were ready to die, but they had a transformation with this amazing miracle X39 product? How can you sit still? I have no clue. If you do this long enough, you're going to have somebody come to you with a gut-punching story that will shake you up, and you will move and move and move because you know there are many more households that are struggling with something that cannot correct their body and let them live the best life that God wants for them. We've got it.
And how about people that are praying financially? I mean, is your boss coming in your office and saying, hey, by the way, this is the first time in 20 years that David Schmidt and LifeWave has announced we want to give you $500 bonus, $5,000, $25,000, $50,000, $75,000, and $100,000 bonus. If you are brand new watching this, if you're a new director, you get to run through these ranks and collect all this money. Put the trophies aside. Give me the money. Right? Isn't that what you're thinking? I mean, hey, let's pull the elephant out of the room. 60% of our friends that are not making money, as soon as they launch this in the next 45 to 60 days, are going to start making money. Is that exciting?
Very.
All these breakthrough bonuses we just spoke about, and let's talk about the incentive trips. They're offering more incentive trips. Now, when you sponsor somebody anywhere around the world, when they hit the 2-star executive, they get them flown in to experience world headquarters in Park City like the SPDs did a couple weeks ago. Is that exciting?
Very.
As we travel around the world, most people around the world never get to come to America. So this is a huge bonus for you to take advantage of. I will tell you that I was a little nervous just before I came out as Meredith was talking about our pictures, because I was posting the private jet that I flew in last night at around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. They're probably going to call me and say, take that down.
Take it down.
A little nervous, all right? But you know what? It's too bad. That's how it is. But you know what? We just care about people. We just want them to win. We want everyone to be excited. And I want you to understand that as we break out of here, and by the way, we are having an opportunity meeting with a little bit of dripping of goal setting and how to take advantage of what's about to happen with the new enhancement and what to do right now. But I'm going to give you a little heads up as you break out of here. Don't change anything. You're on a record pace. Nobody's going as fast as LifeWave is in the entire industry.
Yeah.
All right, the compensation plan is the same structure, the same strategy. You're going to go manager instead of manager. It's 1-star manager. But when you make a 1-star manager, they give you more money. But in the meantime, set your team up for success. So when these new enhancements come to play, they can cash in on the money. You help them go manager. Help them put a manager on the right, manager on the left. If you watch the plan, they said keep the legs even, your binary legs even. So put a director on the right and a director on the left. You keep building the business like you've been taught, like your upline is teaching you, but don't stop until they launch this plan, because we're not stopping. You heard Mike, we're all personally sponsoring. We're talking to people, but we're doing exactly the same that we've been doing, because the strategy at the end of the day is exactly the same. We're building a binary. We're breaking managers. We're helping people break manager. We're becoming manager making machines. Are you ready?
Yes.
Isn't that a very big comfort that when you leave here, you don't have to learn nothing? Mike is fired up, by the way. Because there's nothing else to learn. You just keep doing the same thing that you've been doing, but now they're going to pay you more money. Focus on 3 legs. I love Meredith. I've never, ever heard a corporate president talk about a taproot. That is huge, what you got. She understands, she gets this, all right? So as you break out of here, you're building your team. Look at your 3 legs and start tap rooting them down. Okay, who do you start with? The ones that are here, the ones that are plugged in. Start tap rooting those down and breaking managers down in the depth, breaking directors, senior directors down in the depth. And that's going to set you up for success with the new compensation plan enhancements when they break through in the next 45 to 60 days.
And listen, we are so proud of each one of you that are in this room, as well as everyone online. I think there's almost 10,000 people online. This is huge, guys. But listen, don't be hard on yourself. Don't say, oh my gosh, I can't understand this comp plan. Just keep doing what you're doing. If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
If you build it, the money will come. These Rolexes never stay on. They pop off every time.
Okay, guys. Embrace the change. Get excited about the change. I mean, I've never seen anything like this, like Meredith has said, in the industry. She's been in the industry for years. We've been in the industry for years. I've never seen a corporate team work together with the field so unified. They want every single person down to the very brand newest brand partner in to win and succeed. So embrace that change. Understand the heart of David Schmidt. He wants every one of you to win and succeed. He wants your newest person to win and succeed. And most of all, he wants all of us to take and spread this message and share this incredible technology that we have to bless the world, not only physically, but financially. Is that amazing?
And real quick, I just want to remember the most amazing individual in our group. He was elite. Ken Robinson, Ken and Lynn Robinson, guys. What an amazing couple. When he signed up into LifeWave, 2 months later, he was diagnosed with stomach cancer, and they gave him 3 months to live. He never told a single person. He did tell Steve and I. So if you're in his group, don't be angry, don't be upset, because listen, there is a reason why he did it. He proved the doctors wrong.
Yeah.
Because it is a mindset thing. Sometimes, like what you're going through, you're building, you're struggling, it's a mindset thing. Yeah. Stop listening to the That's why he didn't tell anyone. But let me tell you what, he got off his rear end. He didn't feel sorry for himself. He didn't feel sorry for his wife. He didn't feel sorry for his kid. He built a legacy that will change his family's destiny. And I hope that you get that fire. I hope you don't have what he went through. God forbid. But listen, get up off your rear end after you leave here this weekend and let's go. Let's move. Let's keep going. We got so much momentum in this whole room through the whole LifeWave organization. It is your go time.
And if you can't sleep, you want to win, you just got to be around this energy some more. We're going through the night, starting at 8 o'clock, right here on the far side of this room at 8 o'clock. Let's fill up the room so they have to fill out every single chair that we got in this entire convention hall by bringing as many guests as you possibly want. It's free. LifeWave has opened it up because they want to make sure that everyone is set up for success and to win. And like Gina said, it's amazing. We love you guys.
Okay, guys, let's go.
It's go time. Break out of here. Let's make it happen. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Are you ready to go? Let's go. Love you guys. We'll see you later tonight.